it's a sort of film where, I think the point of the film is to raise as many questions as you answer, and I can't really be too specific because, in a way, this film, ultimately, I don't know how I feel about a lot of this stuff. I think that's why I was attracted to it. I grew up in a very Catholic household, I'm not devout at all. I'm beyond lapsed. I was indifferent from the very beginning. But when you grow up in a household like that, it's in your foundation. You have an awareness of people that have felt the calling or whatever you want to call it, and there is a slight kind of envy or something. I can't really describe it to like wondering like I think I'm too cowardly to be an atheist. I think I'm an agnostic just to cover my bets in case there is. I get up there and those gates and stuff. I want to say, well, I didn't say that you weren't there, but I think to your, I think to your point, what we both liked was the idea of seeing a guy like Stone. You had to be authentic to what he was going through. You had to believe that what he was going through, he believed, and whatever misdirection or whatever con you think he's playing. For us, it was like, what would a true transcendental experience be? What would that kind of epiphany be, where someone really truly believed it? And it didn't really matter what he believed to us. It was just trying to capture that authentic experience.
Yeah, I don't. Joking aside, I never, with this film in particular. I mean, I think what we had in our heads is only half relevant. Because I think it's one of those films that's very, very intentionally designed to make sure that you have to bring something of yourself into it to sort what you think is going on. And I think it's one where I've been pretty resistant to the idea of talking about what I think, what my take on it is, because I think I admire enormously John's willingness to hold back from imposing a meaning on it. I think when I look back at like the films that I think put a big dent in me in one way or another, I would say a majority of them are ones that have a lot of gray in them, a lot of ambiguity, that were ones that forced me to run what had happened through the prism of my own interpretation, and I've been really enjoying. I was only half kidding when I said I agree. I think to me it's a sure sign that something interesting is going on with something you've made if you start hearing really different, interesting things coming back at you that were maybe related to what was in your head, but in some cases very, very different, or interpretations that are fascinating, and because when that happens, it means that the film is now engaging with people. It's gone out of your hands, and now it's engaging people on their terms, and they're deciding all kinds of things about it that maybe you weren't even so sure of yourself. And I think that's a very exciting place for me to see a film be.